Bună dimineața de la sediul NATO. Generals, ladies and gentlemen, it is my greatest pleasure to speak with you today about the security of the Black Sea region. I'm only sorry I cannot join you in person for this very important conference. The world is experiencing a series of seismic shocks, the likes of which we have not seen for many decades. War has returned to the Middle East. Terrorists strike with impunity. From the horrific attack against innocent men, women and children in Israel to Swedish football fans in my adoptive home of Brussels. Disruptive technologies such as artificial intelligence, quantum or biotech promise both to enhance our societies, to bring upon also potential ruin. And the climate change, which exacerbates insecurity in many, many parts of the world. And around the world, from Russia to China to Iran to North Korea, we see authoritarian states trying to change the rules of the game, undermining democracy, our freedom, and the peace to serve their own interests. We have nothing less than a battle of values, a strategic competition between democracies and authoritarian states. It is a battle we must and we will win. And NATO is a central player in this fight. And within NATO, Romania is a key ally. Of course, the closest and most obvious example of this battle of values is President Putin's war against Ukraine. He must not succeed. If a modern-day imperialistic power like Russia were to successfully use force to achieve its objectives, it would be a catastrophe for Ukraine and a disaster for the rest of the world. At this conference, you are discussing the security of the Black Sea. The security of this area is pivotal, and not only for the safety and security of little states like Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey, or Ukraine, or Georgia, as a potential platform for Russia to project power. It is also key to the security of the Western Balkans, of the Mediterranean, of Africa, the Middle East, and beyond. This is why, since Russia's illegal annexation of Crimea back in 2014, NATO has increased its presence in this critical region. Still more so since its full-scale invasion last year. We have now an unbroken chain of multinational battle groups from Estonia all the way to Bulgaria to ensure the entire eastern flank of our alliance is protected, ready to rise up to brigade level if needed. I want to thank France for leading the multinational group battle here in Romania and Italy for the one in Bulgaria. We have also increased our air policing, significantly increasing the prepositioning of equipment and supplies. And at the NATO summit in Vilnius in July, our leaders agreed new plans for 300,000 troops on higher readiness, backed by substantial air and naval power. And we are investing far more in defense. 2023 will mark the 9th consecutive year of defense spending increases across European allies and Canada. We expect a real increase of 8.3%, the biggest increase in decades. More allies now spend 2% of GDP on defense, a number that will rise substantially next year. Indeed, at the Vilnius summit, all allies committed to spending at least 2% in the years ahead. So NATO is rising to the challenge and doing what it is necessary to keep our 1 billion people and 20 million Romanians secure and safe. We have also stepped up our partnership with Ukraine in supplying it with unprecedented military support, including missiles, tanks, armored vehicles and aircraft, including soon F-16, and I salute Netherlands, Denmark and the other nations that have chosen Romania in Fetești for the F-16 training hub, and I'm very happy that this is becoming operational to the benefit of allies and of our friends in Ukraine. In addition, we have provided billions of euros of financial and humanitarian assistance to Ukraine. And our people have welcomed hundreds of thousands of Ukrainian refugees in our homes, in our communities. And NATO will stand by Ukraine for as long as it takes. It will support its long-term path to Euro-Atlantic integration in European Union and in NATO. One of the clear lessons of Ukraine is that we need a much greater supply of weapons and ammunition. We have now contracts with our new defense industries to ramp up production. In August, NATO allies and partners announced 2.4 billion euros to increase ammunition stocks, including 1 billion euros of firm orders. We need to fortify our industrial base across the Atlantic. One of President Putin's stated aims at the start of his war against Ukraine was to have less NATO. Also here, he has failed. He has the opposite, more NATO. This is no more clearly demonstrated than in Finland and Sweden's application to join NATO after decades, even centuries, of neutrality. Finland now is a full member, and we expect Sweden to join us very soon. And in time, Ukraine, already a close partner, will also become a full member of the alliance when all conditions will be met. We have also stepped up our partnerships with Bosnia and Herzegovina, with Georgia, and of course for Romania, so importantly, with the Republic of Moldova, who are all under great pressure from Russia, but who seek a European future of freedom and democracy. We are helping these countries to strengthen their resilience because this is crucial for all our nations. We need to strengthen our individual and collective resilience to withstand from any threats and challenges, from conventional to cyber attacks, from disinformation and interference in our democracies and economies. We can learn so much from each other. Building stronger societies and more critical infrastructures is a team effort. NATO and European Union recently established a joint task force on critical infrastructure. We have now a critical undersea infrastructure coordination cell at NATO HQ. In the Black Sea, Romania is working with Bulgaria and Turkey on the initiative to clear floating sea mines. Next year marks the 75th anniversary of this great alliance of ours. NATO is a profound commitment to defend each other from attack and to stand with each other through thick and thin. We do whatever is necessary to protect our nations, our values, and our people. This is what we will continue to do for the protection of Ukraine, of the Black Sea region, and the whole alliance. So thank you, Romania. Thank you for organizing this important conference, and I wish you all the best of success.